Hi and welcome to 2025. Hope you're having a happy new year, had a happy new year, or still having. Depends, I guess, on how long your holidays go for. But today I wanted to talk about end of year, beginning of year stuff. So what my goals are. First of all, I want to do a review of my goals from last year to see how well I met them. Then I want to talk about my goals and plans for this year. And finally, how much money I made as a hobby artist in 2024. Spoiler alert, it's not much. But yeah, so keep watching to the end and you can find out all my money business. This is Sketching the World, and I'm Kat, a writer and artist from Australia, but my dream is to sketch the world. First up, my goals for last year and how well I went with achieving those goals. I've written them down, quite a scruffy bit of paper, but one thing I found when I was going through these is that I'd actually forgotten I'd put them down as goals in the first place, which, yeah, I think one thing I might take on board for next year, this year 2025, is to actually not just write down my goals in a book and not look at it again or put them in a video and ignore them. What I want to do is start having some of these goals written in the front of my sketchbook or have them up somewhere so that I'm actually conscious of what they are. They're being reinforced throughout the year instead of like, oh, didn't remember I had that as a goal. So yeah, first of all was proving technical skills with watercolour. Well, yeah, I didn't do a lot of watercolour in last year. I did go to watercolour class, and if you've seen my previous videos, you'll know just how well that went. Yeah, I had a few problems with the teacher and things that were going on. So yeah, that didn't go very well at all. But yeah, I mean, going to a class isn't the only way to learn watercolour, and I think practice, the more I practice, the better I'll get. But on the other hand, I don't think I need to single out watercolour as the one medium I need to get better at, like putting watercolour above anything else. And yeah, like using gouache is very similar to watercolour, using other materials. My mind just went completely blank on what other art materials there are. But yeah, using any art materials, I'd rather, sort of work across the range rather than going watercolour, I need to learn that and not worry about anything else. In fact, I don't even know if I'll do much watercolour this year. I just find like you've got to get out the watercolour paper, you've got to get out, like it's just a bit too specialised in a way, and that makes me feel like it's a bit of a hassle to get started with. So the next was digital art. I've been doing a lot of that this year. I've been really enjoying using Procreate. I used it for Folktale Week, either in conjunction with analogue artwork or just on its own, and yeah, it was really good. One of the things I find is if I'm starting from scratch with Procreate, I'm kind of like, oh, what do I do? What do I do in Procreate? So I kind of need like either a challenge or something to sort of get me started. But once I've got that, yeah, I quite enjoy it. And next, Procreate Dreams. I wanted to learn Procreate Dreams. I haven't found time to sit down and do that though, because yeah, my head's just not been in the right space for learning something from scratch. So I'll put that on the goals for 2025. I want to get better at composition and planning my sketches. I have done a bit of that, but yeah, always room for improvement. And I kind of think that could be something that is lifelong improvement. Like you're never going to get to the sort of level where you're thinking, yeah, my composition skills don't need any further attention. And then just improving skills with existing material. So I guess that goes back to the technical skills with watercolour. So yeah, I kind of, did hit most of those, but could do more with them. I'll give myself a slight thumbs up. Okay, 2 to 3 major challenges, art challenges. Yeah, can tick that one off. I did Burb Fest. I did the 3 materials challenge. I did they draw and they travel and sketch. They travel and draw, and there was a few others in with that. And then I did Folk Whole Week, so more than 3 challenges. Thumbs up to me for that one. Zines. I want to make more zines, but after I did the zine fair at the beginning of the year last year, kind of, yeah, lost interest in that. I think because it was so much work and so much time to put into making the zines. In-person event every month. I think I did that most of the year. I went to a lot of exhibitions, did some other stuff, went to the Urban Sketches meetup, and yeah, basically did a lot of stuff. Towards the end of the year, not so much, but then I was going a couple of times a week to do exercise class, and so that was sort of not an art thing, but still having to spend time with people socially. So yeah, I'll give that one thumbs up. And limited palette, yeah, especially towards the end of the year, I was working a lot with a limited palette. It's something I enjoy doing and would like to keep doing. Next, my travel goals. I want to go to Japan, which I did in April, and there's plenty of videos on this channel about my trip to Japan and my sketching in Japan and what I did. And the other travel plan was to go to Perth, which I bought the tickets for. I was all ready to go, and then I started questioning my health and well, not my health, but my mobility and getting around, and whether it'd be worthwhile going when I had limited mobility, and decided, yeah, I just didn't have the confidence to hobble around on my walking stick in Perth. So I cancelled it, and even though I'd booked a cheap airfare, they gave me my money back. I just had to get a letter from my doctor saying that I wasn't able to, that I had mobility issues, and that's why I cancelled. So that was good. Good to get the money back. And well, it was a voucher, not money. Anyway, on to the goals for 2025. So my goals for 2025 are not really that clear. I haven't actually written any out, but yeah, as I said, I want to keep improving my skills with my existing materials, with gouache, with coloured pencils, with, yeah, crayons and all that kind of thing. I've been mainly using acrylic gouache and coloured pencil, but I might mix that up a bit as the year goes on. I put all my marker pens. I got this really good storage unit thing from Muji, and put all my marker pens in there, like my ink markers, Ecolines and things like that. And I haven't used them since I've been in that. So I really need to get them out and do some sketching with them, just to reacquaint myself with those kind of markers. And yeah, I want to keep doing the in-person events, trying to find things that are fun to go out and do in public, and yeah, get on with my urban sketching. Basically, yeah, my goals are just to sort of keep doing what I have been doing and trying to get out a once a week YouTube video. My travel goals. Okay. I feel like I should have said more about my goals for this year, but I'm not going to make up goals just to have more goals to talk about. I think, yeah, just keep on keeping on is the best strategy. So travel goals, I've got a big one for this year. Big. So I'm hoping, I'm still, yeah, not like, I've got the thought in my head that something might go wrong, and who knows. This world is a very unpredictable place at the moment. But yeah, last year it was announced that the Urban Sketches Symposium will be at Poznan in Poland. And I thought, well, that would be nice. And So yeah, I've been wanting to go to Scandinavia for a while, and so I booked a flight into Copenhagen in August. Then I'll go down to Poland for the symposium if I get tickets. Sometimes they can sell out quite quickly. So to Poland, then to Vilnius, and to Riga, and to Tallinn, sort of all up through the Baltic states, and then Stockholm. And I'll be in Stockholm for my birthday. And I really want to go to the ABBA Museum. Oh yeah, been an ABBA fan since I was 10 years old. So yeah, Stockholm, and obviously I'll be doing lots of sketching of all those gorgeous old houses and everything. I feel I might need to take a lot of sketchbooks with me, or not, because they do have like a big art market kind of thing at the Urban Sketches Symposium. You have, yeah, like an art market with lots of different brands. They are like selling their goods, and so yeah, it might be a really great time maybe to take a very minimal art kit with me and then just stock up, give me all the art materials, and then have no money left for the rest of the time while I'm there. But yeah, that's my travel plans for 2025. I'm saving frantically. Oh yeah, the other thing I want to do, and this comes in with how much money I made this year. When I was trying to work out my earnings, I realised that I have no record at all of my outgoings. How much am I spending on art? Even though it's a hobby, I think it's really good to keep an account of that. So that, you know, you can say, well, I earned this much money this year, but I spent this much. And I find it quite strange. I've seen videos before of people talking about how much they've earned from, like, either what I earned last year or what I earned at this market, and they really don't account for all their outgoing costs. I mean, you can say, oh yeah, I paid $50 for a stall at this market, I sold $60 worth of product, so I made $10. But no, you haven't, because every product you make costs you money. And yeah, you've got to work out how much. Like, oh, this print cost me, I don't know, $2 to print out. So if I sold 3 of them, yeah, well, you know, all the maths behind that, like how much the actual production cost is. And also, yeah, like your art materials, even though you're buying art materials and you can't really allocate, oh, how much this print or this painting or whatever, how much art materials I spent on this painting, this one painting. Like, oh yeah, I spent like 20 cents of burnt umber and 10 cents of cobalt blue. Yeah, you're not doing that, are you? But still just having like an overall, working out what exactly you've spent in the year and what you've made in the year. Hope that makes sense. I did a business degree at university, so it makes sense to me. And so, yeah, and then on top of that, your time. You've got to account for your time. You can't, I mean, if you're a hobby artist, then, yeah, it's one thing. But when you're trying to make money, you have to take your time into account. If it took you 5 hours to do a painting and you're making $50 profit, that's $10 an hour. That's like not even minimum wage. Well, it's not minimum wage in Australia. You don't work for free. Don't be that kind of boss to yourself. Anyway, so I want to start taking account of all the money I spend on art materials, on courses, on online stuff like Patreons, and yeah, life drawing classes, life drawing sessions, all that. So I've got all the details of how much I'm paying out. And hopefully that will give me a clearer idea, and it might make me be a bit more responsible too about spending money. So what are your goals for 2025? You got any big exciting ones? Any exciting travel plans or anything else? I mean, I'd like to have a few more works in exhibitions, but that's not sort of a top priority for me. And just work with getting better and better and better. There was something I forgot to mention when I was talking about all my goals and plans. This isn't really what I'd call a goal. It's just something that, is going to happen, most likely. In Australia, if you haven't heard, if you're not Australian, you probably haven't, the government is banning under 16s, I think it is, from using social media. And so to do that, you have to provide ID verification so that you continue using the different social medias as an adult to prove that you're an adult. So because of that, I really am, I'm not giving my ID information to Meta. I'm not giving it to Facebook or Instagram. So that means that I'm going to phase out my Instagram account this year and I won't be posting on there when that law comes in. I think not Facebook, I think YouTube's been excluded because it's seen as an educational platform as well as an entertainment one. And so the only social media that I'm a bit concerned about is Reddit, but then Reddit is such a time sink. It's so good, such a rabbit hole that it's probably good for me to get rid of it. And so I'll be posting on here, and that will be it. And that's unless the government changes and that law gets changed, that's what will be happening with my social media this year. So, money. I love watching people's videos about how much money they've made. I mean, I don't care how much money they make. I just like to know. I like to know what they're doing, what's making them money, what's not making them money. I think it can be hard to talk about how much money you've earned as an artist because, you're thinking, well, I haven't earned very much at all. Will people think I'm a failure because I don't earn enough money? Or, I've earned a lot of money. Will people think I'm bragging by making this video? That kind of thing. But I think, the more we spread information about how to make money, the more we share that information, the better it is for the whole art community. It's good. Don't be scared to talk about money. Okay, so after saying that, I guess I should talk about money. So I sort of debated whether to put my YouTube earnings in this or not, because YouTube isn't really making money from art. It's making money from making videos about art. But I thought I'd include it because otherwise my earnings were really small. So first off, coffee. People buying me a coffee. Thank you so much. I get so excited whenever that happens because someone actually likes my videos and my artwork enough that they would buy me a coffee. Thank you. And little things like that sometimes, if you're feeling a bit down or a bit like, oh, should I keep doing this or whatever, it can give you that real hit of, well, there are people out there that like what I'm doing. So thank you. $35 coffee. Then next up was the zine fair I did at the beginning of last year. The actual having a table at the zine fair was free. So it was only the cost of producing the zines, which, as I said earlier, ended up being quite a lot of money. And then, just setting up the table and everything. And, our time of being there was very tiring. I mean, if you're sort of an extrovert and full of energy, you've got like high energy levels, then it would be a really fun thing to do. But for me, yeah, we didn't stay for the whole time, the whole 4 hours, because my sister and I were both exhausted by it. And yeah, I've sort of done a whole video about things that happened and what I could have done better, so I'll put a link to that in the description rather than talk about it too much. Then zine sales from my coffee site, like direct sales, not through the zine fair, $74. Thank you so much to everyone who bought a zine as well. I've taken my zines off sale on my coffee site because I want to send them to the zine distro place and sell them directly through there, because I hate going to the post office. But yeah, but I haven't done that yet. I haven't sent them off because I have to take them to the post office to send them. See the dilemma here. I might actually take them in person. Actually, what is holding up the whole process is I have to print a form to put with them, but my laptop won't connect to the printer. So I've been waiting for my sister to print out the form, and she hasn't done it yet. So we can all see who's to blame there, not me. Then YouTube, I got monetized on YouTube, I think around April, May. And from YouTube, I've made $405. Yeah, it's just blown my mind. I never actually thought when I started this channel I'd get to the point where I'm actually making money from it. But yeah, $405. So thank you so much, everyone who watches this channel. Thank you for your support. If you like videos, if you subscribe to my channel, if you leave comments, anything, that helps me so much. So thank you. Thank you so much. You're the best. The best. And that adds up to $549. I could just round that up. $550. Made from my art this year. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'm in the red. Even though that seems like a nice tidy sum, I'm pretty sure I'm in the red. Because, yeah, paying for production of things. Paying, well, the zines, yeah. I kind of think I have not made any money on the zines at all. But it's still nice to get a bit of money for your art, even, yeah, the smallest amount, like, you know, selling a $5 zine or something. That's something that sort of says someone wants a physical thing that I've made, and that's really cool, really cool. Thank you for anyone who's bought a zine. And I don't really have any financial goals for next year because, yeah, I'd rather focus on my art rather than making money from my art. So thank you for watching. Thank you for all your support in the last year or so, or the last 2 years. I've been on YouTube for nearly 2 years. Doesn't feel like that long. Feels like I just started. And yeah, so thank you for watching and supporting. And if you are interested in buying me a coffee or some of my work, I don't have the zines on my coffee site, but I have the digital copies for you to download and a few prints and things. So I'll leave all the links for that down in the description. And hope you're having a really good start to the year. I'll see you soon. Bye.